Good morning. Welcome to your 20-minute morning yoga practice. I'm Becky. Today we're going to start seated. So bring yourself to a comfortable position. Maybe you use a cushion or a pillow to sit on, especially if you're a little bit stiff. Let's sit nice and tall. Rest the hands, palms up. Close down the eyes or soften the gaze. We're going to take a nice deep inhale all the way into the belly. Exhale through the mouth. Really force the exhale here. One more. Okay, let's bring in our Ujjayi breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose, closing off the throat, making that ocean wave sound. And bring chin to chest. Inhaling, we send the head back. Inhale back to center, then bring right ear towards the right shoulder. And be conscious that the shoulders are staying where they are. We're stretching the neck here, okay? So notice if you started to shrug the shoulders up. And maybe use the right hand on the left side of the head, just resting it there, giving a little bit of help. Inhale, switching sides, left ear to left shoulder. And again, maybe just resting the left hand on the right side of the head. Give a little bit of help, soften those shoulders down. Inhale to center, take a few rolls of the head. Bring it back, maybe we open the eyes now, inhaling the arms up. Really stretch, interlock the fingers, press the palms away. Exhale, bring the arms down. We'll do that again. Inhale the arms up. Interlock the fingers at the top, press the palms away. Really reach now. Lengthen that spine, ground through the sit bones. Exhale the arms down. Inhale them up. And this time we're going to exhale, coming to a twist. So the left hand comes to the right knee and the right hand comes behind. Sitting still nice and tall, twisting through the waist. Maybe we bring the gaze over that right shoulder, but if that's a little bit intense, then just look ahead. Find a position that's comfortable for the neck. Keep the hips square with the top of the mat. Inhale the arms up, exhaling to twist to the opposite side. Inhale, bring the arms up. And this time we exhale, the right hand comes down by the right thigh, left arm is overhead, and we find a side bend. So the left side of the body is feeling the stretch now. Be mindful when not rolling forwards or arching back. One long line. On an inhale, we come through center, exhaling to the other side. Inhale, reach both arms up one last time. If you want to interlock the fingers, press the palms away, find that stretch. Exhale, shake the arms down. And now we come to our tabletop. Knees are underneath the hips, wrists underneath the shoulders, so fingers spread nice and wide. Core engaged, so we're not slumping the tummy down. On an inhale, we're going to bring the gaze up, tilting the pelvis back. As we exhale, tilt the pelvis forwards, bring chin to chest, rounding the spine. We find our cat-cow. Keep this movement going in time with your breath. So inhale to look up, exhale, looking towards the belly button. Inhale to come back to center. We send the right leg back, resting on the ball of the foot there. And just stretch, so the heel is reaching towards the back of the mat, and we feel a stretch in the calf, maybe a little bit in the hamstring. Keep breathing nice and steady. If at any point during the practice you feel you've lost your rhythm, always take a moment, come back to the breath. And shaking the right leg off there, we inhale to extend the left leg back. Shake the left leg off. And then this time we're going to come up through our high plank. So make sure you've got your correct alignment there. We're pressing the mat away. As we exhale, send the hips nice and high. Find downward facing dog. Pedal those feet. Tailbones reaching for the ceiling. Fingers are spread nice and wide. Just take a little look at the hands, okay? Are they shoulder width apart? Are our index fingers pointing towards the top of the mat or slightly outward is okay? Just watch if the hands are pointing inwards. Inhale, rise up onto the balls of the feet. Walk the feet up towards the hands. Exhale, we find our forward fold. Maybe take hold of each elbow. And find a ragdoll here, just swaying side to side. Remember, you can have a generous flex in the knees. Make sure we've got belly towards the thighs. Inhale, we plant the hands. Step the feet back through, high plank. Exhaling, downward facing dog once more. Maybe this time you want to find stillness. Or if you still feel, oh no, I need some movement, feel free, pedal the feet. It's your practice. Find movement that feels good. Next, inhale, rise up onto the balls of the feet. We bring the knees wider than the hips. Big toes come to touch, and then we rest the glutes on the heels, finding our child's pose. Forehead can come down to the mat. Finding some stillness here. Reaching with the fingertips. So again, we're lengthening the spine. Okay, tailbone is reaching towards the back of the mat. Crown of the head is reaching to the top. Maybe whilst you have a moment of stillness, you want to set your intention for the day. Give yourself a little pat on the back for coming to your mat this morning. And next inhale, bring it back up to your tabletop. I'm going to bring my left hand in front of my face as I inhale, open that right side, exhaling to thread through, but keeping the shoulder lifted. Inhale, we open, exhale. Take one more. This time, swapping the hands, we inhale, opening to the left, exhaling to thread through under the right arm. Last one. Bring the hands level with one another, but forward from your tabletop position. Keep walking them out until you feel you can start to lower your chest and your chin maybe down to the mat where it's more comfortable to rest your forehead. So the hips are raised now, and we find our puppy pose, really nice stretch in the chest and upper back. Keep breathing. We want hips to be stacked over the knees here. Inhale, walk the hands back towards the knees. We find our child's pose again. Take one more nice steady breath here. Inhaling up through plank, exhaling downward facing dog. A brief moment here, then we inhale, walking the feet up towards the hands, or we just roll way up. Sending the head back at the top if that feels good. Maybe take a little look side to side, a few circles, roll the shoulders, and then bring yourself to the top of your mat. So sun salutation, A is a slightly shorter sequence, and we've kind of been introduced to it already. Starting in your mountain pose, palms forward, neck and shoulders relaxed, soften the gaze. We inhale, reaching the arms up, exhale, we hinge at the hip, belly to thighs, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, fingertips to the mat, or maybe palms resting somewhere on the leg. Exhale, plant the hands. We inhale, step the feet back through a high plank, and we lower down either through chaturanga, so we hover, or we can send it all the way down to the mat. If you brought the chest all the way down, that's cool. As you inhale, you'll find a cobra position. If you've taken your chaturanga, you're going to inhale, keeping the thighs lifted, but coming to the tops of the feet, you'll find up dog. Roll those shoulders back. Exhaling to find downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here, just a brief moment. Then inhaling to rise up onto the balls of the feet, and you can either step the feet up, or maybe you want to find a hop this morning. As we come up to our half lift, we then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhaling them back down to Tadasana. So a nice short sequence, that one. We'll take that one more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we plant the hands, stepping the feet back, lowering through, whether it's chaturanga or all the way down to the mat. Under control, whatever works for you today. Exhaling back, downward facing dog. Inhaling, rising up onto the balls of the feet and making your way back to the top of the mat, finding your half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, the arms down. So hopefully you're feeling nice and warm after that. The next part of our practice is going to be a standing balance today. I've chosen tree pose. It's probably my favorite balancing pose. So pick whichever leg is your sort of normally most stable. Make sure the space around you, there isn't anything you're going to sort of bump into, but if you think you might need something to help stabilize you, then make sure it's something sturdy. I'm going to start by just shifting the weight onto my supporting leg, okay, lifting that other foot only slightly off the ground. Exhale here, so I know I'm grounded, I know I've got that stability. The next inhale, I'm going to bring my other foot either to the inside calf, avoid the knee, or inside thigh. Here I'm really engaging the glutes, and there's a nice straight line from the knee through the hips. Exhaling to ground, finding our balance. Inhale, we can either bring the arms down by the side to prayer, or inhale them up and overhead. Again, if you find it easier to keep the arms wide, that's fine, whatever works for you. Each time as we inhale, we're looking to find length, standing a little bit taller. As we exhale, we're settling into that balance, grounding through that stable, the foundation. Your supporting leg is what I mean. So again, when we're balancing, we're going to move. So it's working out that we can sort of find comfort in a little bit of wobbling. If you find you're really struggling to find stillness, then come out of the pose and start again. For those who are sticking it out, we'll take one more inhale here. Exhale, release the arms down, release the foot. Shake off the legs. So whichever leg was your supporting leg, just point the toes and press through so that we stretch the front of the ankle there. Shake off, and then we swap to the other side. So you may find that you have a little bit more range here. So maybe before you had the foot on the inside of the ankle or the calf, but now you can bring this one up, or maybe it's the other way around. Wherever you can come to today is great. So we've inhaled, we found our tree base now, that nice line from knee through the hips. Exhaling to find our stability. Inhaling, bringing the arms up wherever we're bringing them to today. Find a nice point to focus on. If you want to challenge your balance ever so slightly, you can bring the gaze above the eye line. If that's just too easy, you can look at the tip of your nose so you kind of go cross-eyed. That makes you wobble. Inhale. Let's get a little taller. Exhale. Release the arms, release the legs. Shaking them off, and again, whichever the supporting leg was, point the toes, press through, stretch the front of that ankle. And we're going to finish today's session off in a seat. So come back down to your mat. And I'm going to take you through a pranayama, a breathwork practice. It's called the Nadi Shodhana. So whatever seated position you're in, rest one hand palm facing up. And the other hand is going to come palm facing. I'm going to close one nostril with my thumb. Place my first finger and middle finger on my third eye between the eyebrows. I'm then going to inhale through the nostril that's open. Close that off, pausing for a moment. And then exhale by releasing the thumb. Pause for a moment. Inhale through this side. Close them off. Take a moment. Exhale by releasing that ring finger. Keep it going. Maybe whilst you're there, you notice you can take an inhale for a count of 4 or even 8. Maybe you can pause for that time. Just play around with it, find a nice rhythm. Focusing on the breath. And next, exhale, release out of that pose. Bring the hands to prayer at heart center. Closing the eyes, we bring the thumbs up to the third eye between the eyebrows. Bring a big smile to the face. And bring the hands back down to heart center, bowing the head. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me this morning. I hope you enjoyed it and I wish you an excellent day.